God, I hope you can't hear the rain. This is a recording. Yep, it's recording. Say hello.
Interruption.
This is. Oh look! Oh no! I'm getting interrupted by. It's a broadcast hijacking.
Yes, hello. I am Mr. John.
I'm being attacked by a couple of red circles.
Do you guys remember the Wyoming incident? This is the sequel to that.
Don't even talk to me about the Wyoming incident.
I will talk to you about the Wyoming incident.
Are you ready for a sequel?
That series is so fucking bad. You got you got no idea.
We're
gonna like that's fairly standard for you, Gumball, but ooh.
I'm diagnosed with SANS, Steven, after not surviving right now, so I'm not gonna talk as much.
Yeah, Hyperstar Man has caught the Wyoming incident, which is especially disappointing because Wyoming is not real. So,
yeah, unlike Australia.
We're gonna talk about.
If this is news to some Wyoming residents, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
Well, I'm not. Suck it up.
We forgot to take our pills one day, and Wyoming just wasn't there.
Yeah. Everyone's always talking about Wyoming, but what about Wyoming?
Yeah, so the Howoming.
Some reason Howoming sounds like someone trying to speak in Chinese and really not understanding it.
Is that
like just gibberish Chinese?
Just absolute nonsense.
Sounds like someone trying to meditate and like, Howoming home.
So yeah, this is crossover catch-up, and we catch up with crossovers.
Maybe.
Yes, I'm sorry to have misled you, chat.
Yeah, it turns out this was planned the whole time. We have lied to you. This is in fact a government psyop.
Social experiment concluded. You all are gullible motherfuckers.
Yes.
You can believe anything we say.
And if you're sitting there agreeing that you are a gullible motherfucker, then that's the point.
I mean, like, you've discovered something about yourself. Bull.
Alright, so now we talk about things. Let's move on to news now.
Alright, so
Kickstarter ended. Woo!
Well, okay, don't.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that's how I would have put it.
Oh wait, sorry.
Woo! We're not making any money anymore, boys. We weren't making any money at all, I guess. But
right.
Yeah.
That's
the Kickstarter was a moderate success.
Moderate, yeah.
Got a handful of bucks.
It did pretty decently.
Yeah, it did a pretty good amount of $739,447. You know, nothing much.
Or over $1 million Australian dollars.
Yeah, just like about 986% of the goal.
Yeah, it's not even 1,000.
No,
what a waste of time.
Yeah, it's just for the record. That's almost 2 times an average American's retirement fund.
Oh, that's kind of depressing, but honestly,
I'm pretty sure that just means nothing.
I mean, yeah, but it gives most of the viewers a frame of reference.
That's a lot of moolah.
To put it in terms that mean literally nothing, that's more than what a teacher earns in their entire lifetime.
That's also depressing.
We're teaching people important shit, all right?
Okay, yeah. I think I'm just gonna cut it there. But bottom line, this is very good for Death Battle. It's been very successful. They sold on a lot of the background items as well.
But you talked, and now I've lost my train of thought. Every fucking stretch goal was reached.
Of the stretch goals that we got to see.
We got all of them that were there, and they did not even need to help us at the very end. There was no point where they needed to lower the bar for entry on any of them. We just hit the goal that they laid out from the start. Somehow. They're just that good.
Yep. This gives people more work, more job opportunities, more chances to get doxxed by people who take this way too seriously. More
Yeah, I'm looking
opportunities
at
to
you,
do a lot
Simon.
of things. Yeah, you piece of shit.
I can't wait for that one person to feel so called out when we just threw out a random name.
Marcus.
So yes,
we
Death
hit
Battle
goal
has earned
hit.
a lot
Death
of money,
Battle return.
and we are getting a lot of episodes over the course of.
They did roughly say when
however long
they're coming back. I think something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yes,
somewhere
we
around
do.
October. Yeah,
October
Yeah,
6th.
September 22nd is going to be when we get our first preview for an episode.
Speaking of, the live event that people are going to be treated to, the tickets for that went on sale today, as we are recording.
Cool.
So this is gonna be horrifically outdated. So this is us telling you that you are too late. You fucking idiot. Fuck you.
Yes, and I have so much use for those tickets. Genuinely, yeah.
Hey, just pay for your own flight over here. The rest will work itself out.
If I'm flying anywhere, I'm gonna fly to Wales just to bug Biff.
Death Battle can. You know what? Death Battle can handle my flight. They made 900% of their stretch goal. You can spend some time my way.
Yeah, and then you're gonna get there, and Ben's gonna go, I don't even know you.
I'm the guy. The real guy.
Bro thinks he's him.
And then, no, I don't want to get censored again.
Yes, try not to.
There's a story here.
Don't make me hit them with another Kamen Rider jump scare. That's gonna be my thing. Anytime I need to censor something, is I just put in the Kamen Rider shout, but like sped up.
All right. So
okay.
For every sofa.
For every sofa.
For the most part, it's a 60-40 split between episodes that we know are going to be done, and episodes that we're still in the dark about. Which, given the circumstances, is a pretty fucking good split, I think, because that gives us more than enough room to speculate as to what could be done.
And as you all know, this community
while still
loves speculating.
We fucking love speculating.
No, someone fucking asked Moro, hey,
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, no, you can talk about it then.
No. Someone like tweeted like at Moro and basically said, do you agree with the results? Like, yeah, I guess. And then I saw, because Reddit being Reddit, they go like, oh wait, that means because he said I guess and he seems more like a Mario fan, that means Eggman. That means Eggman is the winner, which like, I mean, I could have just like easily responded with, I could just easily just ask a question like this: how do you feel about the beatings on your face? And it's like, are you okay with this? It's like, yeah, I guess.
I don't think people
I don't know what kind of analogy
way.
that was, but
it's going to be
Yeah, I feel like you kind of gave that kind of thing away, though.
Yeah, I remember when
Hyperstar Man has breached the NDA contract.
No, I actually remember this one time where I was like had to take care of like these group of kids in like a party, and then like they all grabbed me by my legs and dragged me under the table and just fucking beat up for no reason. I don't know why.
Why is this hyperlore?
That's what you get for being an Undertale fan.
You could have.
This is what you get for being. What was it? 5'4", 5'6".
I think I know why they didn't
5
want
foot
anyone
nothing.
to watch. No, I think that's I think that's the reason why no one wanted to watch over the kids. I'm gonna be real. Now that looking back on it.
Hyper. No one could have fucking beaten that information out of me, but apparently those kids could.
Yeah, it was really, yeah, it was really funny. It looks like something like out of a horror movie if you saw it from like the outside. It was really funny.
I just
I
want to
can
say,
honestly picture it.
I just want to say for record, he's never told this story before. The first time he's
I've
brought this up
never
is
heard
right.
This is
in
the
my
world.
whole
This is
life.
the international world debut of this tale.
Yeah,
This
oh, yeah,
going to
yeah.
be on,
This
on
is the
YouTube
first
in
time.
front of hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, because I get that many
very
views.
awesome.
Completely unprompted, by the way.
Yeah, because this is definitely gonna hit more than 2,000 views. You know, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
It's gonna hit
Anyways,
2.1.
Billion.
Just to get things back on track. Yeah, we're getting since last time we hit both those goals. Hulk, Godzilla, and Gru Megamind. Woo!
Nothing really new.
Okay.
So
Technically, we didn't hit Gru Megamind.
No, we did. We totally did.
Sure. We did lose one unnamed episode in the shuffle though.
Joker
Don't know where
versus
it went.
Giorno.
It just disappeared.
And no more Joker
Red.
versus Giorno, Chad.
Red screams in joy
What?
because
I
you
said
have a
that-
preferred.
We said no. I said no more Joker versus Giorno.
This is a pretty my cool situation.
I just
think.
let it go.
I don't think if Joker Joyner was on the list, it's not. That's not the one they got rid of. I'm just gonna let you know. I'm just gonna say it out.
Oh, absolutely. Honestly, if it was on the list, I feel like it was probably earlier on.
It was Goku versus Goku.
It's Goku versus Ryu,
No, I
the
can,
composites.
no, I can imagine.
Right.
I can imagine Ben and Chad looking like, having to choose which episode we cut. It's been a really hard decision, but ultimately, we decided that Cole versus Alex just gotta go.
Yeah.
Don't worry, 2026 will be the year.
From the internet,
2026 will be
guys.
the year.
Yeah, this would totally would have been on the stretch goal, by the way, if it didn't win.
Oh, it absolutely would have been one of the stretch goals. I don't know how deep in, but it would have been.
It'd probably be quite
Like an
early because they
English
wouldn't have had a
traveler's
lot of.
place, I think.
I don't think they would have had a lot of faith in it to be one of the ones pulling in numbers later on. I think it would have been like a earlier one.
Hyper
Yeah.
would have. I'm gonna be real. Hyper might have canceled that one project he's doing right now just to fund it.
What are you talking?
No, I wouldn't. I would not do that.
He would write and publish the story of how he got beaten up by a bunch of kids and then like make like thousands of dollars on the hardback and he would put that money to Death Battle.
Yeah.
The fucking Draw My Life channel has Red draw his life instead.
Red, can you draw my
Other
life?
updates.
Why am I a
Draw My
circle with legs?
Are Draw My Lifes even popular anymore? I haven't seen one in a long time.
Why don't you draw
The
your life
last
and
one
find
I
out?
saw.
Anyway,
So
other
there-
updates regarding that. You can also purchase a ticket for the. You can also purchase a ticket for the trip at like October 3rd, I think that's what it is.
Yes, I
premiere?
I already brought it up, and how by the time that this video is up, you can't do that anymore.
Get
You
fucked.
fucking idiot.
was
Oh,
cackling.
oh, that's just.
I do not
That's just,
cackle. I mean, I guess I do. I get that from my mum.
That was a cackle. That was a cackle right there.
I blame that on Wyoming. Sorry.
Yeah.
I can do
Is
it.
this
I
what it
could
feels
do a
like to be
Kikichi Oma laugh if you'd prefer that.
No.
I
Is this what it feels like to be Sam?
Probably.
Yeah.
Is Hyper going to be the same allegations?
Shut up. Stupid.
Well,
Hyper
now
Sam,
we
man.
just now we just need you to look at something and be like, who's that? But we got Red for that because he hasn't seen anything.
You know,
But
I
yeah,
feel like
that's
people
about...
would use the opening sequence to the CSI franchise more often if they knew what the fuck that was.
Guess what? I watched CSI.
So you know what I mean when I say play the
what?
opening sequence and that's every versus debater ever.
What? Wait, what? What
This
sequence?
will just be between me and Red. I
Oh.
think.
CSI.
What is that?
Why don't you just go look up the intro? Why don't you just go look up the intro in your own time?
No. I need to ask this. Hyper, did you seriously just ask what the CSI was?
I've never seen this before.
Okay, the CSI is an actual real life thing that you should probably
No,
know
not
of.
that. I thought you meant like. No, I know what that is.
No, we are talking about the TV show. We are talking about a TV show.
I used to watch that like a lot, and I don't know why. It's not like it was even that good. It was just like I watched it.
My mom watched a lot of crime shows, so I know NCIS, CSI.
I feel like every time you and I talk,
Los Angeles.
every time you and I talk in a call, we find out how much more similar we are. That the same with those exact shows.
No, I'm in this boat too. Law and Order, Boston Legal.
Yeah, Law and Order.
Yeah.
I've never seen Boston Legal though. Ironically, considering,
Yeah.
Think fast, chicken nuts. All right.
Hey, that's about it for the Kickstarter. All right, last thing. Voting for the rematches will happen on September 9th.
Right.
I'm still really curious how they're gonna do that.
Volgor Sector 2! Let's go!
That's not what I mean. I mean like, will it be just write-ins or what?
No, backer surveys is just like it's basically the Kickstarter's own survey form.
Right. Will you be able to write in your own things? Will they have like pre-selected matchups that they are vaguely
Imagine they just have
doing?
every single episode ever available, with the exception of Beaver Black. They've gotten rid of that one, and presumably without any of the good ones like Death Battle versus the World. Imagine just have all of them. Just like go through them, pick one, asshole. And then like later on we'll get a Death Battle cast where they're talking about the votes and they're going like, so who was the guy that voted for Omni-Man versus Bardock to get a rematch?
No. No, see, the winner will be Samus versus Boba because they were too lazy to scroll down.
No, fucking Liam Swan looking at all the votes is gonna be like, guys, the summer Steam sale won.
We can rally together. We can make this dream a reality.
My dream was Fogor Sector 2.
It's not impossible.
I'm gunning for Fogor Sector 2.
And also,
that would be hysterical. I think the only thing that'd be funnier is if Beast versus Goliath won and they got the characters inherently wrong again. That would be the only thing as funny. That won and then they fucked it up a second time.
You're right. You're right. But there's no shot.
It would be great though.
Been thinking about how if Gwenpool got on the episode, she would absolutely say shit like, "You guys need to do Beast versus Goliath again. You did Beast dirty, man." Just like in the cutaway gag, just talking about no one fucking cares about the Golden Tree. I care about how you talked about how this guy was more than just a beast, and then you made him a beast. What's wrong with you guys?
I think it would be hilarious if Gwenpool got on.
She would definitely make some kind of reference.
It would be hilarious if she got on, they gave her a golden tree feat. She just said, "You golden treed me," and that's it. They just never elaborate on what that is. It's just only for people in the know to understand what it is. Otherwise, it's a complete non sequitur. That would be peak.
Okay, no, you're right. I was going to say, she'll probably get some referential joke. I don't know if it would... I don't think there's any reason for it to be that specific.
I feel like if they waffle on about Beast Goliath, it would lose the comedy factor. But if she just dropped "You golden treed me" and that's it, fantastic. That's all you need.
You golden treed me.
And they just don't address. They just ignore her. They just keep going with the conclusion.
Do you think they would like Gwenpool compared to Deadpool, or would it just give them flashbacks?
I think Boomstick is too stuck in the past, because there's a lot of political drama that we're just not going to address, and Wiz would probably be fine with it until she outstays her welcome.
You just made an implication that I'm not sure how to take, but okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
I
process
don't know
this
how
knowledge.
to take it either. All right. I think it would be really funny because Fortnite's absolutely canon for Dead Gwenpool. They have made it way too obvious. I just wonder...
Bro, does there exist a battle pass that will make you shut the fuck up about Fortnite?
No.
See, you're gonna have to get the premium pass. It's not technically a battle pass. It's like this separate thing. That should get him to spontaneously combust. I
Send
think.
a bomb to my house.
That
Fortnite clip.
I will fucking play you in a game of Fortnite Monopoly Collector's Edition, which I own. And it's actually fucking banging. It's actually a fucking banger of a game.
It's
genuinely so good.
No.
It's not Monopoly.
Alright, you know what? Yeah, I know. No. I'm down for a collab video talking about that game. I fucking love it, dude.
It's so good. I don't have the standard edition. I know there are differences. I'm not sure what they are. But genuinely...
Wait, standard edition?
Yeah, Fortnite... Yeah. I mean, obviously Fortnite Monopoly... that should go to show you who really has, like, the big foot in crossovers between the two. There's no Monopoly in Fortnite, but there is Fortnite Monopoly.
Well, actually, there is Monopoly in Fortnite. You do get the Monopoly pieces as back bling for
That's
getting
it?
the code on the collector's edition.
Yeah, there's no Monopoly edition of Fortnite, but there is a Fortnite edition of Monopoly. You can't play Rich Uncle Dickhead in Fortnite, but you can play Meowscles in Monopoly. You know what's great about Fortnite Monopoly? You can grab any random licensed Monopoly game, grab the pieces from that, and it just works. You could just fucking grab Marvel Monopoly, grab Spider-Man, play him as your character in Fortnite Monopoly, and you know what? Fucking ace, that works.
They never told you this, but you can mix and match the pieces.
Yeah, but like in this case, it's actually true to the source material. I could literally take the Lego Darth Vader that's like a meter away from me right now and play him, and like, yeah, that fits.
He's in Fortnite.
Yeah. I probably can't take the big convoy figure
Fortnite
that's like as big as the board.
But I guess we.
That
I guess.
we do.
I guess.
I mean, this is still a crossover. We're not.
This is still a crossover.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, and I'm gonna bring us back to topic versus Void.
All right.
I feel like just beforehand, because this is my channel, I want to just say that currently there is a vote going on for my show, Not Death Battle, that people can vote on. I don't know if it'll still be like going by the time this video drops, but if it is, you should go vote for what special you want to see for 35,000 subscribers. I feel like I want to say I already know what's going to win, but the top two of that vote have been very back and forth. Anyway, we can go on to more important things.
I've been talking with Nemesis about these votes actually, and my God, this is such a stacked lineup.
Thank you. I don't know if Hypo or Red are like knowledgeable on this. Like, if they are like actual friends or not.
I'm not intimately aware now.
I have been through.
I've seen the video. I saw the video.
You should have waited for me to finish talking, Red.
You have taken me through a journey talking about it.
Personally,
Nemesis.
I hope it's Hydrogen Bomb versus Coughing Baby.
So
that could have been eligible. God damn it!
It is on there. Do I tip my hand as to the idea of how we'd handle each of these? Because by the time this comes out, the vote will probably be over. But should I just tip my hand and just discuss briefly?
I have money on the line saying that the baby would win.
Okay, that's not an answer. How? Should I explain how we'd approach each of these matchups?
Okay.
Well, that's one vote for yes.
I'm listening. And the timer has run out.
I think that's one vote for yes. Final answer.
Okay. So the first one that was there was Raiden versus Santa Claus, specifically Mortal Kombat versus Coca-Cola. I gotta explain because I know Red won't know what's on there. This one, I mean, one kind of speaks for itself. We'd probably primarily focus on classic Raiden. with elements of the NetherRealm era, or the second time, or the first timeline of the reboot saga.
Whatever fucking timeline.
There's something.
The
There's
Kronika
something
era.
so powerful about. There's something so powerful about Raiden from Mortal Kombat versus Santa Claus. This speaks for itself.
Yeah. This one was put in by Donovan. Yep. And it's very him coded. The next one was Indominus Rex versus Sharktopus. I don't think this one needs explanation. This would be like a serious episode because Sharktopus is so dumb that I think trying to make a joke of him or her, depending on the version, would be less funny than just taking them seriously. It would be inherently less funny to treat it like a joke.
No, it's like Condiment King versus like the toilet guy from Kids Next Door. If you play it completely straight, that is the ultimate punchline.
Yeah. Also, the 2023 remake for Sharktopus looks so raw. I have to watch it.
What do you mean there's a remake?
Yeah, there's a Chinese remake. If you watch did you not? Gumball, you should have watched the trailer. You should have watched the trailer. Did you watch the trailer that I made?
I need to see the trailer now.
I did see the trailer. I didn't know there was a remake.
Did you not notice how fucking raw that one sequence from Sharktopus' side is? That's a Chinese remake from last year that looks so good. It's gonna suck when I watch it, but God, does it look good? Like visually, Sharktopus looks fantastic. They gave him this like.
I didn't even. They gave it register. This like. Oh my God! What is this?
Like gnarly, leathery look. Like it's not like, it doesn't look like a shark, but like a very like Tyrannosaurus-esque sort of leathery, wrinkly look. But also like covered in like barnacles and shit. Like to emphasize the size, like a whale, there's barnacles growing on this thing because of how big it is.
Back up. Listen. Hold on.
Sharktopus's effects
Chinese, right?
sometimes look better than Indominus's. Because of this movie.
Right, you said Chinese, right?
Yeah.
Does that not mean it's eligible? I will not elaborate as to what I mean.
No.
Okay.
That's
version
not how
maybe.
that works.
The next one is shampoo versus hair conditioner. This would be a pretty standard inanimate object battle for not death battle. Gonna be honest. This one's not winning. Just gonna say it. But I think I'm honestly, I'd have to talk to Huan about how he wants to approach this though.
Here's my suggestion.
What do you want?
So we know for a frame of reference, it takes an entire bottle of shampoo to wash Sephiroth's hair. So we know that's the limit. That is a really good frame of reference if you need something like that, because that is something true that you could look up.
We would like to analyze like a bunch of commercials. There are tons of shampoo commercials out there. We struggled to find one for hair conditioner. Like,
why though? Hair conditioner's better.
Well, I mean, I guess it's because it was just difficult to find like hair conditioner commercials. To the point where the one we use is the same company as the one we used for shampoo. The next one is Chris Redfield versus Golem from Pokemon. I feel like this one is like, again, pretty self-explanatory how we would approach this. It's Chris Redfield and Golem. It would just be funnier to talk about them seriously and not address what the matchup is. Just completely ignore how absurd this combination just is visually and conceptually. It's a cop versus a boulder with limbs.
Alright, here's my suggestion. One second smack down that shit. Just have Golem run him over.
1 second punch out. These matchups all have a chance of happening, just probably not as full length, not death battles. Just because like we have so much on the plate that we really can't afford. With there only the two of us working on these for the most part, we really can't afford to put all these in the lineup. With the exception maybe of Maxwell's Demon versus Schrodinger's Cat from the last vote, which is why it's not on this, because there's a good chance we'll just handle that ourselves, like as a full episode.
If it's not too late to vote, I think I'm gonna go for Dominus versus Sharktopus. I think being able to actually.
Now it's not.
Yeah, okay. Right now it's not.
So
the next one is Hydrogen Bomb versus Coughing Baby. Now, I did kind of lie with the footage. The footage shown here is Oppenheimer, the film with the Trinity bomb. That's not the same kind of bomb. This is not Manhattan Project. This is Operation Ivy, specifically the hydrogen bomb is. But we would look at the hydrogen bomb, all variants of it.
Is Is it composite hydrogen bomb?
Yes.
The big question everyone's wondering.
Yes. More importantly, it is composited baby. So we would have to look at, okay, how about the hydrogen bombs that in that one SCP article nearly fucking killed SCP-682 versus the fucking cosmic space baby from 2001: A Space Odyssey? Yeah, absolutely. That's part of the conversation. I want to subvert it as much as possible by making this potentially a close matchup. If it ends up being a stomp, even with this situation, that would also be pretty funny. But that's just how it is. The next one is white bread versus room temperature tap water. I discussed this with Gumball. This fight would begin with Ryu from Streets being unsure which one he prefers, and then leaving, and then them fighting over his affection, because that sounds funny to me.
And then whoever wins will go completely ignored because he's too busy watching the newest season of The Simpsons.
Yeah. For this one, I think the main thing would be looking at, we would composite, but in like a mythological, we would look at like mythologically, what's the significance of grain, and what's the significance of water? What has been more significant? I'm pretty sure water would win, but I'm going to say that because I've not done the research. It could go the other way. There are gods of the grain as much as there are gods of water. And I just think that would be a funny way to approach it. Especially because, like, it would be nothing pre-Rome for water, now that I think about it. Because tap water, in that sense, is like a Rome and onward thing, like with the aqueducts. So, it'd be interesting.
There's a conversation to be had, yeah.
There's a conversation to be had. Exactly. I know what's next. Gummy Bar versus Crazy Frog. I mean, no joke. I've already watched the Gummy Bar film, for Worse or Worse, and
I think it's for worse.
Yeah, probably. Look, this one would just be a completely serious look at the matchup. Who would win? Don't know. I'm not even sure everything that goes into it. So Kenny versus Yang, which again is not going to win, I think is funny because it is Ruby Abridged Yang, which means the Yang that has shown up on my channel, and I ended up getting into a debate with a friend of mine who's not into versus at all about who would be harder to kill, and I had to just break it to him straight up. Yang has never survived on my channel more than like her body being completely obliterated. Kenny is something else. The Kenny lore goes deep. The Kenny lore goes deep. Seriously. And I would have to not write something and then upload it to my channel that would make Yang win, because that would be so cheap. I could, but I'm not gonna. And then the final one in the lineup was Fogel versus Sector 2. Straight up, that would just be a serious look at the episode, at the matchup. That would be funniest if it also won on death battles.
What if Yane and Kenny got third party by Galactica Von Nebula?
Yeah, mum.
No,
that's a reference no one gets yet.
That's the funny part. Dude, it would be so funny if he fucking intercepted it and died immediately and no attention's brought to it.
I will say that last vote someone put in Dr. Manhattan versus Richard Nixon, and I didn't go with it because I had not really finished. I'd only watched one season of Monument Mythos at that point. If they had come in with that again this time, that probably would have made the vote. But I guess they just didn't. Stupid. I know who you are.
Damn.
You're in cock and ball torture city now.
Why?
Marcus.
So I think I've already taken up too much time speaking.
Maybe it's the way you're dressed.
Alright, so yeah, that's taking a lot of time.
I've taken up too much time speaking
agreement.
about myself. That's the vote. You can go vote. Maybe now. Maybe I'll just extend it outwards to be like a day after this video comes up. Put in your vote,
So
and
be
it'll.
sure to watch this video first thing.
Yes.
You better drop everything you can to watch this video.
Watch the video you're currently watching as soon as possible.
I hope that the special episode would be out by the end of the year. No promises, because of like a lot of work. If anyone's noticed, I put out a 4-hour video not long ago, and you know, maybe the second half of that would probably also be 4 hours, might take a little bit to get done. So, yeah. Whatever ends up winning, I'll try to get it done by the end of the year. Along with Mewtwo vs. Cooler and the episode after that. Hopefully all 3 of those hypotheticals will be completed by the end of the year. Yes, now we can move on from me and talk about something else.
To Duo Dreamer. I'm pretty sure you guys heard that name before.
Yes, respawned in
battle mode.
Just respawned
so crazy
out of nowhere.
All right, I wanna
blindsided by this.
Can we add context first about who this guy is?
Fine.
So
go ahead then, I guess.
A lot of battle mode is a versus show where I think lots of animators have gotten their start. Being able to get their legs off the ground, put their best foot forward, and battle mode is like an amalgamation of a lot of passion projects, and I feel like I'm going in circles. Duo Dreamer himself has also been a big part of the dev battle community, so I imagine being able to make it versus show, and especially one that's been going on as long as his, is something that many people aspire to do. And then he disappeared for a while. Came back 8 months ago to react to Goku vs. Superman and talk about where he's been, and then he disappeared again. And now he has come back a couple of weeks ago for battle mode.
The milk
and
has been
recently,
restocked.
One of his most recent episodes, which we're going to highlight, is Raiden versus Tusk. Mortal Kombat versus Killer Instinct. It's always Raiden.
Yeah.
So shockingly,
really,
I did watch this one, despite not having a lot of time in my hand to watch stuff.
So this one was really good.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It definitely had some issues in terms of like the repetition of certain like elements of the choreography that just kind of felt samey after a point. But it's not too bad. I enjoyed it. I think the Dark Raiden transformation is a lot funnier to me than it really should be, just because like of the context of what Dark Raiden is.
It's not really a transformation.
It doesn't even really make him stronger. Like, maybe there's some maybe there's some statement in Mortal Kombat that it does, but like in the classic era, he didn't really get more potent. He was just corrupted after his regeneration and was an asshole. And then in the new era, fuck man, I mean in the new era, Dark Raiden gets his shit beat off screen by Shao Kahn at the start of 2011, and then at the end of 2011, regular Raiden takes on Shao Kahn, and like he does better. He still loses, but he does better. Like he actually looks like he almost puts up a fight. But like at the worst, they're like the same. And then Dark Raiden in Mortal Kombat 11 dies. That's really all he does.
Yeah.
In fact,
so basically everything about it is just worse than what he started his normal state.
It's just hard to buy it as like a power up. Like visually, it looks cool, but it's really just Raiden becoming an asshole. And the idea that Raiden would just out of whim go from the kind, nice elder god and be like a lesser god, and just be like, you know what? I feel like being an asshole from now on, and just spawn into that form is a little ridiculous.
This guy gave me a boo-boo.
No, it's like if Cole in Good Karma became Evil Cole.
Yeah, it pretty much is. Like Alex just like when Alex like stabs him.
Technically possible.
Alex just stabs him into the
in game for Cole to just on a dime like hit one person, swap from blue to red lightning.
But like this would be like if there was no person. Like Alex just stabs him into like the pole, and then he just with no one around spawns into mean douchebag Cole with no explanation. The mechanics of how it happens aren't there.
Yeah.
You and I can change this world for the better. Shut the fuck up, dude. Die.
You're right. I
I'm
can
gonna
change
take
this
over
world
the
for the better.
Not cool, dude. But yeah, no. Other than that, I liked it. It was
Yeah,
pretty
it
fun.
was good. Oh, it wasn't even like
Uh,
necessarily a bad part of the episode. I just thought it was funny. Fight was good.
Oh yeah, no.
Kill was good.
Yeah. Next is Hien's Dojo with Akuma versus Rao by Revenant.
I did not watch.
Yeah,
this
this is
one.
the same guy who animated. It's by the same guy who animated what we were just talking about, actually.
Okay, I'm just gonna go
Really?
to Hyun's Dojo. I'm just gonna watch it with no sound right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Come on. If it would
it's
ever
kind of
fucking
basic
load.
at the start, but it's kind of basic at the start. But the more it goes on, the more I'm actually impressed. Seeing the abilities of both characters
If these are
unfold.
the sprites that I think they
Akuma-
are, I'm gonna like this. Just yeah, I love those sprites for the Fist of the North Star characters.
All right. Anyway,
It is
Akuma
a
sprite.
Low for
Akuma
my
sprite.
taste.
Akuma sprite animations do not miss, in my opinion.
Okay, Akuma looks a
The
little bad.
assignment is simple,
Akuma looks really
every-
out of place next to that sprite though. They do not mesh well. It's not gonna blame anyone for that. Wasn't much of a better choice, but it's funny how like low res Akuma looks in comparison.
I will still maintain the opinion that Akuma sprite animations do not miss.
Yeah.
The assignment is simple. People understand it.
Jeez, Rao,
let's
stop
gonna pick up
rapid
Nemesis.
punching him in the dick, man. He's done that like 3 times. That's just rude. No manners. Huh? Okay.
Festin of the North Star.
Yeah, no, it's
You
super
don't fist.
sick.
You don't do fisting on the dick, man. He's done it a fourth. He's done it a fourth time.
So much.
He's an asshole.
He's Raul, so
And also, after watching this, okay, well, I mean, who do you think won?
Oh no, is he about to
I
activate the
watched
cum
to
law?
find out.
Oh, it's cum law Akuma. It's a cummer. You don't even need to change the spelling of the name.
Never. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro is just actively
How
spoiling
to
it.
phrase it. But something about the animation, while a lot of it is technically impressive, I don't know, it feels off to me.
It might just be because
Like, just,
it is pretty much just one consistent shot.
yeah.
Like it's the same positioning. The sprites are always the same size outside of the Shin Akuma transformation. It does have that issue where, despite having like a 3D background to rotate on, at least from what I can see, it doesn't really utilize it.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. The consistent background makes it feel like almost uncanny valley. It's almost a fighting game, but it's way too dynamic.
You've been hit by the
to
sprite
fit
the
that.
sprite animation liminal space. Oh, he's turned into a Smurf. The fact that this Oni transformation looks better than Akuma Shao Kahn's is interesting. I guess the fact that there is an effect
Man, did you
kind
have
of plays.
to single it out like that?
Like there is an effect for this transformation that gives it a lot of points.
I love how you reminded me. It just happened in the actual.
It literally just happens between like frames.
You just cut and paste. It's just that.
It
simple.
is.
Literally, the shop before handled it just fine. It did the job, but then they, like no.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
They did a good job recreating like
any-
Oni's big fuck off attack. I think that's a really good like recreation of that animation. Like at the end.
Yeah, okay.
That's
was
really
gonna
solid.
I do like the final sequence of them having the clash in the middle of Raging Demon.
Yeah, no, that's really sick. And I just want to mention, It's Kuma versus Shao Kahn, the DB, literally the only time Kuma ever loses. I'm just thinking about that because I remember binge watching a bunch of Akuma animations to lead up to it, and genuinely, he didn't lose a single one.
So I did an episode called Kenshiro versus Street Fighter. You know what's funny? The same thing happened with Trunks, where it was like he wins everything, and then I went,
Yeah.
so I did this one time. I wonder if that's gonna be.
I need to see.
I wonder if that's gonna be the trend. Character wins all their fights. Nemesis Bloodreich does an animation nobody watches where they lose. Then Death Battle does one where they lose. If that's gonna be the trend from now on.
All right, actually, Nemesis, if you're doing that, you want to make a Bowser video real quick?
Shut up. I don't like you.
You know what's funny?
That's just my go-to today for you.
Hold on. No, that one doesn't even work. Bowser already doesn't have a perfect win record.
Yeah, because of that.
Yeah, he
battle.
literally lost again.
Yeah, like that's literally
What?
the Bowser episode in Versus, whether people like it or not. That's the one people think of.
Not
I-
gonna
I-
be
I-
anytime soon.
I don't know if Bowser has died on my channel before. I genuinely don't.
Well, Morrigan just hasn't had a Versus episode in general. You could be the first to disappoint Darkstalkers fans.
I mean, does anyone really fit her? I haven't seen that many
I
really
think
popular
I would be
things
really
for her.
tempted to put Morrigan against someone who constantly keeps punching them into different sprite styles, but Morrigan's sprite is just the exact same every time.
Yeah.
Also, I want to point out on the Bowser train
that-
that I'm pretty sure DDD kicked the shit out of him in 1 Minute Melee.
No, Bowser won.
Did he win?
You kicked the shit out of him in canon. Well, in
Oh no,
Smash
yeah,
Brothers,
I am
which
thinking
is
of
kind
Smash Bros. He won in Smash Brothers. He just kept clowning on him now. In the reason I thought DDD won the 1 Minute Melee is because the only thing I remember about that is DDD using a copy ability. That's literally
Yeah.
all I remember. So my mind only goes to DDD for that episode.
I
No,
don't
but you're
think I
right.
remember that episode, but that's hilarious.
He just uses like a copy ability. It's like, DDD, when did you learn to do that? Do you have the copy ability attached to you at that time? Do you have that visor on you, man? People go find
Where's your
characters that have been
license?
used a lot in Versus and never lost, and just tell me, and I'll be the first. That makes me sound so biased as an animator. I mean,
That's the
I
thing.
will
that's-
find a matchup they lose.
No, what if you just make winner people who never lose Battle Royale and they all lose?
yeah, I'll just have Jerry Judgment show up. He'll win.
What about
You
Hey
totally
What
could. You have permission.
about Heihachi?
Has Heihachi... Okay, let me think. Did he beat Geese every single time they fought in a Versus episode?
Yeah.
Fuck, I know he won on Not Cartoon Fight Club.
He
Wait,
won in 1 minute.
you know what?
Melee, too.
Actually, I don't know if he did, because that whole episode's point was that it's just fucking stupid. I'm pretty sure he beat Geese in the 1 Minute Melee though. Yeah,
Yeah, he tied him to a rocket.
yeah. He sent
Rockets
him.
explode.
He sent him to Jesus.
Okay, let's move on to music moment.
Yeah.
Alright,
All right, man.
this is
Alrighty. We got Brandon Yates. We got a couple DB remasters. We got Blood Moon.
So not many for DB remasters.
Which I
and
did the art for.
He did. I can
Okay,
confirm.
actually, I
I
think-
snuck into his house and I saw the original line art.
I mean, like, you didn't
Joke's
even have
on
to-
you, I didn't use line art for that one.
Joke's on you. That's because I
wait,
stole it.
think- Yeah, no, actually, I think it is just Blood Moon.
Yeah.
I guess we're starting off with.
Well, I mean, you didn't. The Pikmin one is new, isn't it?
That, well, that's their.
remasters.
That's
Oh, for
their-
remasters.
First off,
yeah.
that's their wolf.
Yeah.
You clown.
And
Red,
then,
you got-
yeah, first.
Red,
No,
you got-
that's
you
not
got-
what I meant. That's not what I meant.
So we have
Yeah, you
Forbidden
bitched about the
Knowledge,
situation. You got
Beetroot
you got
versus
several
Patch
things
Notes,
fundamentally wrong.
which is a ReZero versus Tao Hao track. I did.
Ow,
I did listen to this one, and it wasn't bad.
all I know-
How?
all
I
I know is
didn't
that-
hear it on that too.
How? Tell how
All I know
proud
is
you
that
are.
this art would be like ages
Yeah,
red-ish.
Yeah, no, all I remember about this track is that Red would not shut up about how complicated the cover to this one was in his head.
Why don't you just like make it
purposefully
simple?
just kept adding stuff onto it. So
I mean, it sounds like he's complaining about a problem that he created himself.
I wasn't even complaining about it. I was just commenting.
This is
on
like
it
if
whenever
I had
could
like a
because it was
floor
fun.
of broken glass in front of me, and like I just took my shoes off and then took my socks off, and then I blamed the floor.
This is like that time that hyper-elect kids drag him to a table to beat the shit out of him. Why did you say that, dude?
Oh, it's so clearly just stuck in your head. Come on.
Just like it's like I was there.
Gumball was actually one of the tomatoes that they threw at Hyper's face.
As they were kicking his ass. Alright, anyway.
Yeah, I have not much to
Okay.
say on the track or the matchup. I have less to say on the matchup. I don't know who the hell these two are.
I just
Okay,
know-
well,
I
they're both
just know-
librarians. They're both really... Okay, so Toho is a little bit weird with its designs, but I see a lot of people portray them as the little librarian girls that are magical.
Well, what I know is that if you give Yates a ReZero track, he's gonna be like, yes. So
Yeah.
Alright, the next one we have is
That's
Psychogenesis.
accurate.
Mewtwo versus Sephiroth. This was a matchup that was like super big for like a month and then just died. Just
and it's
kind of like Sephiroth versus Cell actually when I think about it. That was also like big for like the smallest amount of time and then no one's talked about it since.
I get it as a matchup.
I get
Well,
both of them
like-
as matchups. Like, that makes sense to me.
you keep talking about it's dead in the water. It's dead. It's died. It's my favorite Sephiroth and Mewtwo matchup.
Yeah, cry about it. It's dead.
I have been. What makes it sting all the more is that I'm not really a fan of this track.
What makes it sting all the more is that Mewtwo vs. Cooler is actually better. You should watch that when it happens on Not Death Battle coming soon.
Oh, this matchup is
I
dead. Look at this.
appreciate the plug.
This matchup's dead. This matchup's dead. You should watch this better one.
Yeah, this is a better one. When people find out the reason I
Yeah.
paired Mewtwo and Cooler, they're just gonna go, I get it, but I don't like you.
Well, I already don't like you. You
Oh.
said one of my favorite matchups was dead.
No, it is.
Well, then I have to.
Especially
have
now
to write
with like
this
the fact
wrong.
that Mewtwo Shadow has a good chance of winning that rematch poll. Oh, not the best chance. It's not Master Chief versus Doomslayer, but it's got a decent
Yeah, I do think-
chance.
It has a decent chance. I don't think I've said on here before, but the three that I see as having a chance are Chief Slayer, Shadow Mewtwo, and Beyond 2099 in that order.
Okay.
I could see Beyond
so,
2099.
After Psychogenesis, if I'm not missing anything, it would be Ike versus Siegfried.
Yes,
Right?
Radiant Soul, Ike versus Siegfried. Cool
This-
enough matchup. I will point out, because I already brought it up before, currently, at the end of the video's title, there is not a square bracket, there is a curly bracket. I might just
Get on that.
I might just
Get on
DM
that,
Brandon
man.
and be like, can you explain this? And he'll go, whoops. And then it'll
Yeah,
be
no,
fixed.
that's exactly what'll happen.
Like,
I sure
It'll
hope
be
someone got-
fixed.
I sure hope
Yeah.
someone got fired for that blunder.
what's funny is that someone probably just like gave him the title and he just copy pasted it, and like it's not his job to make sure it's written properly. He's the one making the music. He's done the hard work. Sorry, he's done the
there
work.
was the one instance of him putting the wrong franchise
one
name
instance,
for,
only time. Only happened once.
It was recent. That's why I'm pointing it out.
It's not like there is a track on.
For...
It's not like there's a track called Madness and Venom. That's like right there.
It's not like he has mislabeled which Fate series a character has come from.
Yes.
Listen, I'm referring to I don't even know where they're from, but like Rogue, Rogue, I think.
From from
Rouge the
X-Men,
Bat.
right?
No, it's Rouge the Bat from Fairy Tail.
No, it was a Fairy Tale character.
Yeah,
but
it's
it was labeled as X-Men, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I talked about this in the one podcast.
There are
It was
definitely
really
other
funny.
times.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it was a vocal track that had an issue once. I forget which one it was. I brought it up to him and he fixed it.
Oh yeah.
That was Rogue versus Rose. Actually,
I remember when I commed Gilgamesh versus Algol, I had to be very clear. Just do Fate. Just write Fate. You know, you don't have to be like Fate Stay Night, Fate Extella, Fate Go Fuck Yourself. He's just in all of them. Just do Fate. You know, he's the guy. You don't need to be like specific. He's like, don't put down Algol Soul Calibur 4. It's just Soul Calibur. Same with Gilgamesh. It's just Fate. Okay.
I don't know why everyone insists on specifying for Fate. I see that a lot.
I don't get it either. It's like if like Death Battle did like Flash versus Sonic and they specified Paramount Plus. It's like it would just make no sense.
Oh wait.
And DC superhero.
Oh wait.
Oh yeah, I brought this up yesterday when I was talking with Gumball. What's up with the Ben 10 Danny Phantom thing?
I didn't realize they were gonna do DBX.
Because that is so funny to me. It's like, here's a video where everyone already, like, some people will watch the analysis for Death Battle. Everyone skips it for DBX after maybe one watch at best. But let's just, like, give them the fight. Let's just, like, expose the fact that this isn't even 2 minutes long. Yeah, it was kind of hidden. But now it's just like, there you go.
I feel so sorry for those motherfuckers who thought this was an official Death Battle.
I did not realize DBXs were on the table for these fight-only uploads.
Speaking of which, now that like I've looked up stuff about Black Myth, the Monkey King game, the thumbnail for that one is even funnier to me because that's not the Monkey King on the thumbnail. Because you don't play as the Monkey King in that game.
Character. Yeah, no, it's the main character who is explicitly not Wukong.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he is.
No.
At best, I've heard suggestions that he is the mind of Sunum Hung reincarnated. At worst, he's just a completely different guy that has been chosen to wield the powers. Oops.
Wow, I have not looked into this game at all. So
like at least when the fact that they have Hercules on the thumbnail, they did write Hercules in the name, even though that's technically the wrong guy again. But like at least like the name and the picture match up. This is just that's not that guy.
I want to comment by the way, them calling him Hercules in the title of the normal episode, I can see that. But when it's just the animation, it is kind of jarring how the title is Hercules and then you immediately hear them call him Heracles.
Oops. I like how one of the I think the top comment, by the way, on the Ben 10 Danny Phantom one is someone going, "I saw Ben 10 with Death Battle and immediately became worried."
Yeah. No, that was a lot
great.
of the top comments.
All right.
There's someone pointing out that Raph basically does the primary Lotus, which is funny because that's more than any Rock Lee animation other than the one I did has ever used primary Lotus, despite the fact that that is significantly cooler than the other one. That's an objective fact. I'm not even going to debate on that.
Well, there is something that you did miss that you are factually incorrect. Lee did do the primary Lotus on the Death Battle channel, but it was in the Bruce Lee DBX.
Oh, no, yeah, that's true. That it wasn't like very effective, but like you're technically correct.
No, it was very effective. It was just on the wrong guy.
Yeah, so it wasn't very effective. You know, if you're like, if you're fighting someone and you just like throw an attack that's like 90 degrees into the air and hit a plane, that's not very effective, even if it brings the plane down. You've not hit the right guy.
You still hit a guy. It's effective.
No, you didn't. You hit an object.
That's not what effective means. Was it effective towards his goal?
If I use Surf in a Pokemon doubles battle,
dodging the question.
And if I
dodging the question,
if I drown my partner's Torkoal, it is still super effective towards that Torkoal.
This isn't a Pokemon battle. That Pokemon battle is a turn based. This is a fight. This is a throwdown, a hoedown showdown. There's no turn base here. You don't get turns.
There was a fucking Pokemon in that anime. There was a fucking Pokemon in that in that animation. There was a Hitmonlee right there. I saw it.
Next up is Goddess by Sleep. That is a stupid name. I know why it's that name, but it's a stupid name. Kingdom Hearts has stupid names. I know, shocker. It's Aqua versus Aqua. This is funny because I'm pretty sure one of these is like a super competent, incredibly skilled fighter, and the other one is entirely useless 98% of the time.
And for this fight in particular, I don't think she would be able to do very much.
She's got to hit Aqua with like a holy blast that purifies evil, and Aqua's gonna be like, yeah, okay, good. Okay? And then just start bashing on her with a giant key.
No, she had that. She's like, I had that phase once before, but I'm over it, you know.
Can we go to the next one?
We've been on the next one.
Okay,
we swapped already.
Unless you want us to skip over Aqua versus Aqua.
Oh,
this one.
Oh, okay, cool.
This one should. I was gonna say this one should have just been called Wet, but then I realized that would be weird too. So maybe.
No.
Maybe just Splash.
This isn't even a darkness track. Come on.
That's true. wait for Darkness versus Darkrai.
Dude.
Oh no! I just realized how bad that connotation is. Darkness versus Darkrai. Darkrai. Dreams. Wet. Okay.
Okay.
It's, the name's kind of perfect for both of them. Just considering.
What? Just about dreams.
Shut.
You don't even need to put dreams in. Just do
Wet.
That is
my go-to phrase for you today, Gumball. Please do it.
Please do it.
Okay, we can move on. We can move on to Werewolf. We can move on to Werewolf.
Shut up.
We can move on to Werewolf. We have Digibrawl.
Before we move on, I just want to say it's really funny if we finally get to like a Kingdom Hearts track and Hyper's like, can we skip it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll indulge Hyper. We're moving on to Digibrawl, which is a Bakugan versus Digimon.
Well, you have failed to skip it.
If you watch like 4 seconds of a scene in a movie and hit the skip button, it will still skip that scene. You know, it won't just like be like, shut up, you're watching this scene now.
You don't need to give an essay.
Sorry, you've
Kingdom Hearts
you're
stuff.
You're just too young to have ever used a DVD or a Blu-ray.
I had a fucking VHS.
We're not bad.
So Digibrawl. I've not listened to any of these tracks, to be honest. I've just not had time except for
I
knowledge.
had a full
Digibrawl.
So this is I like how it's specifically Greymon. Like, this is not War Greymon. No. This is just Greymon. Good luck, douchebag.
To be
Have
fair,
fun,
how
asshole.
do you even title Digimon while including what you actually mean?
Just make a War Greymon. It's forms higher.
But it's only partially War Greymon.
Yeah, but like that's the main one. Like that's the main one. Or you just call it Dan versus Tai.
Well, then how do we know it's fucking Dragonoid and not Robotalion?
Put it in the track in the cover.
Anyway, for a Bakugan track, this is a pretty disappointing entry to me.
He's saving the real source for the real matchup.
Marucho versus who?
Your mom.
So anyway, before you try to cut me off, trying to call me too young for shit. I had more.
So the next one
VHSs
is
than you do Transformers.
I'm sorry. Do you have any idea how ridiculous? Hold on, no. You have no idea how ridiculous that code is.
Yeah, I know how it is. I know how ridiculous that claim is, and I know that I could fucking
you're
prove
wrong.
it if I still had them. They're in the storage unit, and you know what? They take up a fifth of the storage unit on their own.
Only a fifth.
Only the unit.
That's what I have to say in response to that. There are so many Transformers in the room I'm currently in because I can't fit them all in my bedroom, or in the storage room,
Okay.
or in the living room. There's just not enough space in the house.
Well, you live in a one-floor house. Am I supposed to be impressed?
Better house than yours, dickhead. Why? Because I'm in it and you're not.
As far as you know.
Anyway. What?
I know you're not.
As
I
far
can't
as you
smell
know.
you. So the next one is Symphony
can't
of
force
Destiny,
working
which
then.
is Chris versus Shin, Symphogear versus Gundam. I really have nothing to say. I'm sorry.
Is this our first Gundam commission?
You know, for once you've asked a good question.
like it.
I'm actually not sure. I don't remember all
Never
the.
know.
Wow. It might be. What a weird fucking first commission. Yeah, the first thing that comes up is this episode, is this thing. I mean, aside from Wings of Iron, of course.
But that's not really included.
Yeah, that's why I said aside from that one, because that doesn't really count.
Isn't it kind of crazy that we don't have a Wings of Iron remaster yet?
Not really. It's not like the newest far
Eventually.
from the
Eventually.
track out there.
Yeah, but it's like one of the most iconic, I want to say.
It's super popular, but I think they're going to focus on like the newer stuff first. I also wonder if it might be
Yeah.
easier because it's more new, so those files are probably still there. I don't know if all the stuff for Wings of Iron is still like there.
So anyway, Smurfs.
I
Yeah,
love
yearning
me
for home.
sitting
Only
here having all
Olimar
this.
versus Papa
I love me
Smurf.
sitting here having all this behind the scenes info that.
Yeah,
I
I'm just
won't
like,
tell you
this-
guys.
I like how Olimar vs Papa Smurf has more views than the Gundam one.
I like
double.
I also
like-
did the art on this.
I like how fucking intense this one is for no reason. Like, I can hear Brainy Smurf bleeding out in the trenches.
This would
He's
be
I
not
think
coming
that's a
home.
you problem.
Dude, I don't think Brainy Smurf is coming home to his family.
What family?
I'm pretty sure the Smurfs win. You can't make that joke.
That's true. The Smurfs probably do win. They have magic. They have
No,
magic bullshit.
No,
It
I've talked.
Really?
I've talked.
I know
I've
they
talked
have.
to
I know
I've talked
the
to
Smurfs
Will.
have some
We should
interesting stats that you can argue.
we should
No, I've
research
talked to Will.
we should research the Smurfs and the Care Bears and see who wins.
No. Listen, listen.
I will just comment on Olimar. His ace in the hole, if it is viable at all, is his spaceship being just completely overpowered for no reason.
No. I want to
Just get into the spaceship and strangle him.
No, listen. Will has talked about this. He's researched this matchup very extensively because I think this is his biggest guilty pleasure matchup, or genuinely one of his most wanted. So he has done the calculations, and without saying much, because I don't know the full reasoning, he has deduced that it would take 200 Pikmin to take down a single Smurf.
Goated, actually. That's so fucking goated. I have like a guilty pleasure matchup with Pikmin, which I've not played them, but I have played the Overlord series, which is a series of games where you play the ultimate evil, except instead of actually doing anything, you just send in a bunch of randomly colored goblins to do all your fighting for you, and I just find that really fucking funny.
Fair.
And I don't know who wins. I don't know how strong. He is like 8 feet tall. He does have a slight advantage there. But I think it would be really funny if one of his minions, that's what they're called, Predace Despicable Me, just dropped a flask of growing magic that made the Pikmin like grow to a size where they could fight them, and that's the only reason the fight happens is because someone just fucks up. Never even encounter each other if someone wasn't a fucking klutz.
So anyway, off the top of my head, the advantages that the Smurfs have here specifically, one of the Smurfs is the Avatar, as in like there is a Smurf who is a master of all elements.
Well, that's not a surprise.
Which is pretty. Well, this is specifically important when Pikmin have elemental resistances and advantages. So once the Smurfs figure out what Pikmins are weak to what, I think that's kind of curtains in of itself.
Well, there are Pikmin that are completely separate from that mechanic. It's worth mentioning.
Yes, but this is most of Olimar's arsenal.
Isn't it just like 3 of them? Red, blue, and yellow?
Pretty
I don't
sure
think purple has an elemental weakness, or rock, or flying.
Purple's
Rock
element
is weak
these
to
hands.
fighting and steel and water, and I think also grass. Flying's weak to electric and rock and ice.
Oh, now we want to bring in Pokemon logic.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, Papa Smurf has been able to reverse all of Gargamel's spells with little to no prep time.
Yeah, this is why like I would totally expect the Smurfs to genuinely destroy the Pikmin, is because they have magic, and they have over half a century of content.
This includes time travel, for the record.
Again, the only case where I could see an argument for Olimar is if he somehow gets to his ship, because that thing is kind of busted.
But like, would you be surprised if the Smurfs happen to have like some spell that turns off machinery? You wouldn't be a shocker, would it?
Wouldn't be a huge shocker, no.
Just like, why don't you just like turn off and the ship just explodes? That's how things turn off. That's a permanent off button.
I think Smurfette specifically is going to have a universal feat that we just don't know about.
Why her specifically?
She is one of the main
Because
characters, like, of Smurfs in general. So if anyone's going to have one, she's likely to be one of them.
The Smurfs fucking love Smurfette. And I'm not just talking about for that one reason that you would expect, but just generally.
Next one.
Alright, paragraph pasta.
Alrighty, paragraph pasta. We got Sterling Archer versus Stan Smith by Ben.
Have not read it, but it's by my boy, so we'll take a look.
Okay. I actually want to read this one. I've been really nostalgic for American Dad recently.
I will not.
Surprised at how.
I will not look at it and tell you who wins then if you haven't seen it. If you haven't read it, I won't.
I will. I want to read it, but Hyper, can you link it to me? Actually,
it's in the document.
Okay, I am not going to spoil anything for myself, but
his durability is what?
Prediction. I'm going. Without saying much, I feel like Stan is just way haxier. He has been through the Rapture. He has way more access to freaky government inventions. I feel like being able to keep up with Roger is going to be impressive. And there's probably some... Oh yeah, there's the fucking Flash game with Family Guy, where they just straight up did Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter-esque thing, and Ryu was there. Just honest to God, Ryu.
Yep, that's going to be mentioned in his Crossover Kings episode.
I'm so excited for that Ryu episode, man. You have no idea.
There's a lot that I still need to look at, but like, yeah. Oh, that's next. That's what's next. Okay. The next time... Fucking ace. Cool Cat would beat both. Potentially unironically.
I can imagine, but...
I still need to convince Rena to calc the one Cool Cat feat where Dirty Dog survives a napalm strike. I need her to calc that.
Where the fuck did a napalm strike come from?
So, okay. In the movie, literally, they just call up a guy, and he's like, don't worry, I'll fly my commercially owned private Harrier jet, equipped with bombardment, and perform a napalm strike in a populated area. So, they commit a war crime, and it doesn't even work.
Okay.
And you know what does work?
Wasn't
Cool Cat just walking up and kicking him in the stomach so hard that he farts and wipes out the dirty dog virus across the globe. So, we can move on to official ordeal.
I don't know if I'm ready to move on. Hold on. Isn't
Yes, you
this
Too bad.
Is it?
Accept it.
What's-
Accept it. Accept it.
You know what? I don't want to
I'll-
give that dude
I'll
the
let-
attention. Okay.
What is your
you call him that then?
what is your question? I will answer it with the facts.
Wasn't this supposed to be a PSA series about, like being a good role model?
Yes, it was.
Well, this one in particular was about the virus thing, wasn't it?
Have you watched it?
So why would I
haven't.
fucking...
So Cool
Why
Cat
the
vs. Dirty Dog the
fuck would I
Virus
watch
Wars
it?
is literally just Cool Cat fights the coronavirus, and then they just added an extra hour of film to it, and it amounts to Dirty
Yeah.
Dog's like, oh no, Cool Cat literally beat the entire coronavirus across the entire planet by punching one of them. I will concoct a super weapon, and then he farts and kills all of his own things. So he's like, uh-oh, and then he remakes it, and that's the Chekhov's gun for the fact that his stinky farts can wipe it out. And then he goes prepared to use it, and then Cool Cat just is like, can you bomb him? And they bomb him, and he just survives, and Cool Cat kicks him in the stomach. He shits himself, the virus is destroyed, and he says the bullets are gonna fly, which given what the next movie that Derek Savage is putting out is one hell of a quote. And then he runs away, and that's how the movie ends.
Sorry, no, you're right. Oh my god.
You know what he's doing next. If you know what he's doing next,
no,
Dirty
I know
Dog going,
what the next
the
one
bullets are gonna fly, is one hell of a quote to end it on. What the fuck, Derek?
Oh god, I remember the Cool Cat shit.
This is my face right now.
Derek Savage is literally just put out a book that I swear is to start a cult. It's his idea of the rapture and Jesus returning. And it's like, Derek, what are you doing? What? No, don't do it. Don't do it. And then he did it. No. Derek.
Wait. I haven't heard about this one, but I don't think I need to.
No, you don't. The trailer is so bad. Then there's all the stuff with Hood Rat, but that goes. I'm not going to bring any of that up. I'll tell you about that after the recording's over. Anyway, Official Ordeal, which has been on screen for a while now, and I've just been having the Naruto X TMNT first issue, the cover that was shown just on screen while we're talking about a different anthropomorphic animal. So yeah, Naruto vs Ninja Turtles, November 1st. This reminds me, I still haven't checked if Godzilla Power Rangers 2 has actually put out its new issues yet. It has to have by now.
This is probably my most anticipated crossover of the year. Fucking
cool. That's a completely fair one, to be honest. Okay, all issues of Godzilla vs Power Rangers 2 are out as of now. I need to read the rest of them. That's technically that not even technically, that objectively is a crossover.
Oh yeah, there's also the Mickey Mouse What Ifs. I know those were teased earlier this year. I don't know when they come out. Scrooge fighting the Scrooge below all, and then what if Donald became Wolverine?
Okay, but
Goofy
what if
became the
what
Hulk,
if okay
and
what
Mickey
if
Mouse and-
what if there was a Crash versus Spyro game? Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, it's
What
totally
if, am
coming
I
out,
right?
guys.
Actually, no, there already is one. It's on the Game Boy.
That's true.
What if I hung myself?
One? What do you mean one?
Oh, right, two. Yeah, right.
Thank you. Hey Gumball, can you just recite the Gumball national anthem for us right now?
Who can say where the road goes?
No, I'm gonna get copyrighted.
That works too.
Anyway,
Anyway,
the Crash Spyro news, that was interesting.
It was very funny.
Crazy.
I
It was
forgot that.
quite an amusement.
I forgot that I put it here. I wanna point out that after this cancellation, Phil Spencer has made a statement saying, "I have made the worst decisions of a game developer."
Okay, I want to
that.
clarify. I want to clarify the context of that was not to do with this, but still funny. Like, he was specifically talking about like upcoming games, and him like hand selecting what he was interested in the company doing. He was admitting he's made bad decisions when it comes to that.
Well,
and he gave examples. It was a very different context.
Admitting the problem is always the first step.
No, I want to point out that a couple days later, Sony saw that as a challenge, had that whole Concord shit, and then said, "We don't have enough IPs."
Okay, to be fair, Concord just did horribly. Of course they would cancel it. But that's not to do with crossovers now, is it?
No, the
no,
Concorde jet has been decommissioned for a very long time, which is sad. I mean, I understand, because the structural integrity was a problem, but it's a cool-ass jet. Mark 1 passenger jet, that is metal. But I understand that, the jets kept getting warped over time because jets that big aren't designed to go at that speed. So I understand why it was problematic and they couldn't keep it going. I've got the Lego build of the Concorde, and that thing is fucking sick. Do you not know what a Concorde is?
No, I really don't.
Why are you so young? Why are you younglings all up wasting my time?
How does that have anything to do with how young I am?
The Concorde is one of the coolest aircraft of all time. It's important.
I was never a car guy. I very much was never a plane guy.
It's important.
I feel like...
Your age is important because it was retired in 2003. So it's been a little bit. It's been like 20 years.
Up until that point, I was going to be like, I feel like obsessing over planes would be something that a young person would do.
Concorde's awesome. I love that vehicle. It was made by France, which is the exception to the rule that France bad. There always has to be an exception to prove the rule. They made one good thing.
The video game, on the other hand, tanked within 2 weeks.
By the time I found out about the video game, it was because it tanked. It was because it was gone. I learnt about it because it was dead.
They literally are giving people they're giving people refunds.
Yeah, free refund, everyone. You don't have to pay for this refund.
Pretty much.
What is Concorde about? Sci-fi play versus play hero shooter game, play from foot. Okay, it sounds boring. 16 characters.
It's a team shooter with kind of lackluster character design. That's the main thing.
8 years of development, gone in
So we can call this one Under Compass, I guess.
What sucks even more is that I'm pretty sure everyone saw it coming, like behind the scenes, because you could see so many of their industry friends, like Insomniac Games, trying their very hardest to be like, "Yo, guys, this new game is coming out. You should check it out." No one cared.
This game is coming out, and it is also going out.
Yeah.
At the very least, we can say that Concorde will be remembered, and that it's broken in some world record.
No, yeah, I was going to say Concorde's shutdown will make it more remembered than if it didn't get shut down.
No. Died December 2023, came back September 2024. We'll come back the day before.
Yeah.
If you know the context of that, then you'll get it.
This is just
I don't remember.
What are these characters on the fucking like cover? There's like someone with a crossbow holding onto a flaming testicle. There is a green man from Star Wars holding a fucking gun, and there is not Winston.
Because it's funny that this thing got outlived by a housefly.
The funniest thing here is the fact that the actual title itself looks so generic. It
Sorry.
looks like
I
a
didn't
clothing
think about
company.
that, but you're right.
It looks like a clothing company's brand. Like that's what it looks like to me. This is like something I would like go to a store and I would see in the corner of my eye and I would see like rows and rows of the same jacket and just like walk past.
Yeah.
What's the N for?
Yeah.
What's that? That's not part of the title. What is that? Is that
What is it?
I don't know. Okay. Anyway, if you thought Concord and Crash Spyro was sad, we're gonna talk about Fortnite now.
We barely even talked about Crash Spyro, but I'm sure
It literally just amounts to, hey, this was gonna be a
know
thing,
what
and
we
then
were
it wasn't.
talking about.
This died even
Yeah.
quicker than Concord. Because it just never got born. It's just gone. They just gave up on it.
It died before it could even begin.
It was the reboot that never was.
Listen, that made it so easy, but I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to risk saying that.
Yes, be quiet.
Come on, don't you want the
It's
comment
time for a #1 victory royale.
Fortnite update. Ooh, remember Gumball? Remember how you said you were so upset, and then like literally, the second I joined you.
No, bro, it literally you were complaining about it, and probably an hour or two later, you were like, you had completely switched up.
Anyway,
Alright, so
Fortnite
what
Monopoly's
happened?
so good.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. But anyway, what happens in Fortnite? You get a really bad session, you get one good game, and then the entire mood changes.
Yeah, cause like we got like so many funny clips. Oh, yeah, by the way, update is Black Panther Mythics came in. Doctor Doom, the real one this time, is here, but you only get to see him for 5% of the time if you get lucky enough, and become him as like a boss, which is pretty awesome. Although I actually just saw a tweet, there's gonna be a live event mode where you can get it much more frequently, where you can either team up to join with him or against him, basically. Oh, and all the mythics are back too, like all the Marvel mythics too in that mode.
Yeah,
so
including the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yay. Anyways, that's gonna be sick. Yeah. They also added Gwenpool's mythic into it, and Gwenpool's dialogue specifically is hilarious, and she's just the peak of this season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Absolutely.
And they were kind enough to put her at the beginning of the battle pass too.
I still hate that Nick at 8:30 too. It's like, Gwenpool, honestly, probably the worst skin in the battle pass. And I'm like, it's the same person who said Iron Woman.
Wait.
Yeah, that's the same.
Okay, never mind. I don't need to know. I don't actually care. But
it was really funny. But it's like, yeah, no, it's been really fun. I've been enjoying it, and we've had some interesting matches.
All right. Lore wise, basically, it feels like Doctor Doom is about to summon Mephisto. That is the main thing. Okay, shut the fuck up, dude.
No, that was a genuine yawn. That was not you. That's just bad sleep. That was just because I slept bad.
Oh, you're tired? I think you should die.
What the fuck?
I'll get to it. I still got a few decades in me yet, child.
Alright, so anyway, Doctor Doom is going to be summoning Mephisto. I'm pretty sure that much we all know. Black Cat is recently about to be added to the shop, and I know that's a big thing for people.
That one I think was brought up by that.
Why am I the only one who doesn't sound tired?
Shut up.
I know, Hyper, it's because you're sick. You have to talk quiet.
I just woke up. And Gumball is just on the verge of going to sleep.
I love time zones.
He's just trying to catch up to me.
I'm in the same time zone as you, idiot.
You're just built better.
Well, I also have to be. Well, I have to be more quiet still. So
this is
Okay,
why you have more subscribers.
no, I'm sad.
pain of truth.
If it makes you feel better, there is. I'm not going to name
That
any
is an
names.
insane
There is a
callback,
person.
Red. People aren't
there
even
is-
going to know that one.
There is a person I once knew, who has attempted to become a professional rapper, and he has less subscribers than
What?
you.
I have
Okay.
more.
Are you
Okay.
still in contact with this person?
No, he's an asshole.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I have also found out that I have more subscribers than the guy who has made the soundtrack for the Game Boy Advance Spyro games.
I have more subscribers than Derek Savage.
Damn.
I am more popular
Nice.
than Cool Cat.
Anyway.
I could make a movie and I would make more money than he did. I know because I would put a budget into the movie. so
Okay, I don't
wouldn't.
know about that.
No,
Alright,
I wouldn't.
alright,
I wouldn't because
Yeah.
I would.
You're
I would
crazy
put.
there.
I would put a budget in. I would need to break even to make a profit. That's why I would not make as much. There would be a need to actually make money to make a profit. I did make a movie technically. I mean, if Peter Paul versus One Punch Man at fucking an hour
I mean,
30 is not a movie, I don't know what is. It's got a narrative.
I guess you could count it.
Ruby Volume 9 Abridged is also an hour and a half. Why do I do this to myself?
Is length all it takes to be a movie, I wonder?
It is a narrative film.
Is
It has a narrative. There is a point A, a point B, a point C, a beginning, middle, end.
well, yeah, I guess
You
so.
could call,
I
you
guess
could
so,
call
yeah.
it a
Alright.
movie. I mean, look, if Godzilla's Revenge or All Monsters Attack, a movie that is almost entirely stock footage, can count as a film, while basically not having a narrative, so can this.
Okay.
Okay, all right. I'll give you.
All right. Let us
Thank
move
you.
on to our next thing because we went on for so long here.
Yes, it's time for hats.
The last one. Matching matchups. And we got some baddies, some villains. We got Gru.
We gotta talk about Gru
Megamind.
versus Megamind again.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
debate it.
I feel like Gru's gonna win
Okay.
the episode.
He very well might. But it has gotten decently complicated because of their new stuff.
What did Megamind get in that show aside from the Binky feat?
He can very well be argued to be relativistic or light speed.
How?
Yeah, honestly, it's just a speed buff because
How?
both of them can one-shot each other
Explain.
with hacks, laser dodging.
Explain to me.
I mean,
Circle.
even if you don't use the laser feats, he has lightning timing now.
That is true. I did survive that movie.
As did I, unfortunately.
But yeah, no, he does have a good few laser feats of which they do refract and stuff like that if you're really skeptical on it.
Listen, I would love for Megamind to win, but if he wins
Apparently,
because of
in
rules in the movie, I would.
in the comics, there's a feat where Minion dodges like a fucking falling star. Someone calc that.
Okay, that one's a little bit silly, I think. I don't think you can.
I don't think
really
it's
measure
literally.
it
It's not
that
literally a
reliably.
falling star, but it is like, it is a meteor. It's
Yeah,
not
it is.
literally a star, but like, because like, someone should actually calc that because that could be a noteworthy feat. I do like the fact that like Versus Wiki lists him as being supersonic because of a walking feat. That's great.
Which
Yeah.
is stupid, but
Walking the canyon.
That's
Remember,
goated.
he walked the face
been a
when
while.
you walk at hypersonic speeds.
It's
but either way, that's Megamind rules, and this battle, to an extent, is decided by speed because both have hacksy weapons that could just one-shot the other. Like, Gru does not have anything that counters the dehydration gun, as much of a meme as it became.
Mm.
Like, he really just
Technically, I'm pretty sure it's just called the D gun. Dehydration is just
doesn't. You're right.
a piece of it.
It's just the most common version. Like, he could disintegrate Gru if he
That would
really
work,
felt
yeah.
like it.
what if they redid the time freeze scene from Link Cloud, but instead it's just them like freezing each other in ice, and they're just like staring at each other while Minion and the minions try to thaw them out. Like there's just like a time lapse sequence of them like getting like just literally just heaters from like a store and using that to thaw them out.
That would be funny. That would be funny.
That'd be great.
But I know that Despicable Me 4, we have new minions who are super powerful, and one of which has a laser that is super, super fast. It is worth noting that, to my knowledge, haven't watched the new movie, have only seen people talk about it in verses and narrative senses. I don't think anyone actually reacts to it. There's only aim dodging to do with that laser.
That's a shame.
But he still has it.
He still has it.
He has it. And it is
Megamind
super
might
fast,
not be able
but
to
the
probably won't be
problem...
able to dodge it.
Yeah. It is still, though, not necessarily scaling to Gru. So
okay, but when the
still
episode
in
comes
the same
out,
position as
someone should DM it to Shay Frillis and like get him to like do a video on it, because that'd be funny.
I feel like he'll just watch it on his own, like make a tweet about it.
He knows what Death Battle is. He might watch it. I don't think he will.
I don't think he'll make a video about it, but
if he did, that would be funny.
Maybe a tweet. Maybe a tweet.
I don't know how he'll feel about if Gru won.
I don't know if he would care.
Gru either gets the literal win of beating Megamind or the moral win of Megamind only winning due to Doom Syndicate and rules. So either way, Gru is winning.
Either way, Gru wins in some capacity.
I did not get to talk.
You get to talk so much. You should be thankful.
Yeah. No, him winning through that is just so much fun. It's like I sat through that abomination of a movie because I thought, maybe people were being harsh. And the second I opened it, I was like, this is gonna be one of the worst things I ever saw, and it was awful. I
will comment. I can't verify one way or the other, but I hear that the second season wasn't as bad.
Of the first season, or second half of the
Wait, was it just a second half?
It's a second half.
Okay, but yeah, you get what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yes.
I need to watch the show. Okay, I don't need to. Like, there's nothing forcing me to. But wait, no, there's nothing forcing me to. All right, yeah, problem solved.
Don't watch it. Yeah, don't watch it. There you go.
But yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that the second half of the first season, I guess, was actually better.
They make fun of the French, so like that's
yes.
pretty based.
Yeah, from what I know, yes. It's just the funny thing about this is like, oh yeah, I know Mega Man has this thing in the show. Okay, cool. Where is it from? I don't know. I haven't seen it because who would want to watch it?
Look. Also, I think I should just say now, nobody has come to me to do a prediction for any of the episodes that have been confirmed. That's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I'm sad because I'd like to do predictions again because they're very fun to make.
I can join you for Ruby vs. Maka.
That can just be us. I think that we will cover that. I can cover Ruby pretty well. What if I did the whole prediction in my abridged Ruby voice? How funny would that be? I wouldn't do that.
Please no. Please don't.
No,
you're just gonna get thrown off at every point. I feel like there's a non-zero chance that Akil will come to me to do Hulk Godzilla. And like, I can cover Godzilla well enough. How many other people know that Godzilla can turn into an egg made of metal? Or the fact that one of the things Godzilla could probably do is give Hulk a box that turns Hulk into a mini Godzilla.
Is
that a good thing?
It's a mini Godzilla.
At that point, if Hulk then won, if Hulk then won, then it would be Godzilla beating Godzilla, so Godzilla would win. Or I'd have to ask Akil if Hulk has resistance to possession, because if he doesn't, then Godzilla just objectively wins. I have to feel like Hulk does. Hulk has to have resistance to possession, right? Like, he has to. There's no way he's never come across possession before, right?
No, I imagine, like, the Hulk getting possessed and Bruce is just in his mind. He's just like, hey, what the fuck are you doing in my house?
Yeah, because of that whole angle of the Hulk, it feels like he should have a resistance to it.
I would be so confused if he doesn't have a resistance to killing Godzilla and then Godzilla just possessing him. That would be so
I think
weird.
Anyway, I did not get to say a single thing about Group versus Megamind.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like the minions are just going to hard carry.
The minions are going to be a big factor, ironically, I agree. Will they carry? Not sure.
Yeah.
But, because, like, I guess the question is, if one of them kills the other, but the brain bots / minions are still alive, does that count as a win or not?
I think...
I feel like they would have to specify, but...
Yeah, that might have to be the case.
Realistically, I don't think we're going to worry about the hypothetical, because the minions just are not going to give Megamind that chance.
But, like, if Megamind's faster than the minions, and he can just kill Gru, then...
Yeah, if Megamind is faster than the minions, he could dehydrate any single... I keep saying dehydrate, but you get what I mean.
Dehydrate's
any single one of them.
Because that's a very specific hack.
Yeah.
Like, the minions won't die, but they will be incapacitated.
But do you know how many fucking minions there are?
Do I know how many fucking brain bots there are?
Less than the minions, but still.
Less than the minions, probably, but still. I mean, they did make that gigantic head.
Alright. Okay, so, like, even if they are comparable, the minions are just way better.
The question... Like, again, the question is, if one of them kills the other, does the arsenal continuing to exist count as them still being alive, really? I guess, like, you'd have to look back at, like, if Batman killed Tony and all the suits were still active, would that have counted as a Batman win? Or would it be a Tony win because all the suits would continue to attack until Bruce was dead? Or they were dead?
It's a good question.
I think
if Pikachu killed Yugi because he killed Ash, I feel like we just kind of lose.
I guess that's also a question.
Morally.
If Yugi or Ash kill the other, but like their troops are still around, does that still count as a win? Like, has Death Battle addressed this before?
Well, I feel like if Yugi died, then his troops just wouldn't be around by the rules of a shadow game.
But on the hypothetical side of things, just for the sake of it,
I'm just
there's
saying
a good question.
I'm looking like at previous Death Battles. This is not like a situation that I think has really come up very often. Technically, it's going to come up for Bowser Eggman too, but the difference there is that, like, I feel like in that case,
the difference there is that they are their most impressive.
Yeah, unit. Like if Bowser was killed, all of his troops are not. Then I don't stack up to Bowser himself. Bowser is the top dog, and while Eggman physically is not the top dog, he is literally the one basically controlling everything. Apart from him, it's just Metal Sonic and Sage. And, like, if you can take out Eggman in his best mechs, you can probably take those two out, most likely.
You're bringing up this hypothetical. I'm thinking about, like, there was a guy on the Gurren Lagann who was just immortal. So, like, you could kill Simo, but that immortal guy is probably still going to be there.
Just fucking banish him to the shadow, to the Phantom Zone. Problem solved.
I don't think that's how that works. I think it would literally just be Simon's mech only. Is Simon on the mech only? He could just do it himself.
They would just let him like get the same way they let Tommy Oliver use all the other Zords to get his strongest mech. They would probably just do the same for Simone and Gurren Lagann. Just be like, it's just him, but we're just gonna let him have the big robot. That's a very like simplistic way to describe Super Topete and Gurren Lagann, the big robot.
I mean, like, it's accurate.
That one super big robot, one
I'm glad that I did get to make a video where I just got to say definitively Unicron is bigger. That made me happy because I was worried that the title would just straight up be clickbait, but no, I mean, it genuinely he probably is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
So, yeah, anyone who is a mutual who knows me and talks to me, if you want to, like, do a prediction for any of these upcoming episodes, fucking DM me.
Hi.
Yeah, but I already know you're going to be there for Kratos Azura. You don't need to speak. But thank you.
Okay.
That
Hello.
sounds like
Yay.
sure
Yeah.
enough. Technically, these are for next year, I believe. This year is just Bowser, Eggman, Omni-Man, Bardock, and whatever the other two are. Probably Joker, Giorno, and let's say
I'm not crazy enough to try and guess.
let's say Minecraft Steve matchup or something. I'm trying to think what's relevant. Alien
Steve
Romulus.
versus Terrarian. Steve versus Terrarian would be a really solid idea to do.
I don't think
probably.
they would do Terrarian though, just because like Emmett, Lego Movie, bigger name than Terraria. Lego in general is like a name that's big enough to rival Minecraft itself, let alone eclipse Terraria.
You're absolutely right, but no one liked, or definitely not no one, but a lot of people hated the idea of that.
The thing is, I feel like the Death Battle, the creators would just say, well, with how you all reacted, now we're definitely doing that over Jesse versus Emmett. Instead of like giving in to the threats and the like harassment.
I mean, I don't agree with that mindset on it.
Look, if I announced an episode and a bunch of people like attacked my character because it wasn't something else, I'm definitely not going to give them the impression that works on me. I'm going to double down. I'm going to go, well, okay, fuck you lot then.
Hear ya. It's just, I don't agree with the mindset when it comes to this matchup.
Also, no one cares about story mode, to be honest.
Well, I think people are caring now because the new Minecraft movie looks ugly.
Yeah, but like that's gonna.
No. Did you see like the top comment on the trailer is RT Game saying, "Am I going to have to apologize to Minecraft story mode?"
That would be peak, actually. I'm looking at like what movies are coming up, and like, does not inspire hope. Like, the Venom movie, please no. The Mortal Kombat 2, please no. A Lord of the Rings film, please no. Batman Part 2, fuck off. Superman, please no. Avatar 3, please no. What do you mean there's another? What do you mean there's another How to Train Your Dragon movie coming up? Is that a joke? Is that gag?
It's the live action.
Oh, it's the live action. So yeah, it is a joke. Transformers 1. God. What characters relevant to that movie could get on? I mean, it's Optimus Prime, who's probably not gonna get a run back. Megatron's definitely not gonna get a run back so soon. Unlike Omni-Man, I feel like they probably covered enough to not have a lot to go into again. Bumblebee could get an episode, but like he doesn't have like a really popular matchup. And as goated as Alita 1 is, Alita 1 is not known by anyone in this community.
Yeah, but 2B is, so that matchup might work.
No. They are
just really cool.
They are mechanical females, that's it.
I know, but like
no, I'm not sure you even know.
I'm pretty sure there's more to Alita versus 2B than just.
You don't even know who I'm talking about, which just doubles down on what I was saying. No one knows Alita 1.
Wait,
I'm talking about Transformers 1
am I
here.
thinking of a different character than who you are?
You're thinking of Battle Angel Alita with an A. I'm talking about Alita 1 from Transformers.
Okay.
So you just like backing up what I'm saying.
Listen, I thought I was hearing Alita because that's another popular matchup.
Moana 2? Oh god. Oh, I was about to say they could do Simba versus Leo, but
no.
God, no. I would rather commit crime. Just I hate that match. If there's a matchup I hate, that's one of them. Because it just pushes that whole lie of like Lion King being a ripoff of Kimba the White Lion, which is not even its real name. And the fact that it would be called Simba versus Kimba, which is like that's not the name of it.
Yeah.
And like I know that I'm saying that despite being like an Ash Yugi fan and knowing it should be Yugi versus Satoshi. But the difference, right, is that I don't care.
Honestly, that's one weird thing that I see in certain communities.
For me, it's
like
that
I've seen people
Ash
who
Ketchum.
are adamant on. I've seen people who are adamant on it being Rockman instead of Mega Man, and I will never understand.
And those are the same
why
people that are
people
gonna call
sticklers.
the game Genshin Impact when that's not its name. That's the Japanese translation. And technically there is a different connotation to the phrase Genshin to Huanshan. There is a subtle but important difference in the weight of the phrases.
All right.
That I wouldn't know about, but regardless, I get the idea.
I'm a chink. I know.
Oh my god,
I'm
guys,
allowed to use that phrase.
Wyoming.
You're allowed to use that one.
I have perms because I am yellow. You know, I'm not gonna double down on that. I'm just gonna sit on it. 我可以講嗰啲嘢，我係中文，我可以講嗰啲嘢。你識唔識我講乜嘢？
Okay.
我嘅中文真係好垃圾。我就有
the
我
Wyoming
同
Wyoming
佢講
incident
就
got
係
to
我
him.
婆婆走咗
Chad,
就
I hate to inform you, but it would appear that the Wyoming incident has reared its head once again. We have to be quick about this outro, otherwise the universe will implode.
I'm just gonna say it again. Like people who are in DMs with me, if you want to do a prediction, fucking message me. That includes you, Bang. Kyle Simone just got announced. No DM. How long did we talk about this in fucking emails when you weren't around?
All right, Hyper, say goodbye before Wyoming takes you.
I don't know how many shared mutuals we have, but if anyone's interested in the reactions, you can DM me too.
That's true as well. Everyone in the comments wish Hyper a good recovery. Chances are he'll be recovered by the time this comes out, but everyone wish him the best. Do it.
Yeah, Wyoming is
Genuinely.
a bitch.
I hate Wyoming. It's so contagious.
Bro, what's wrong with you? Why do you hate what doesn't exist? You might...
I'd almost rather have
Asura versus...
No. Kratos.
Look, if Wyoming is real, then so's Finland. And you can't prove that.
Raditz.
What?
Kratos versus Raditz.
Do you think the
Gotcha.
That is not what got on the poll.
Do you think the casual community thinks Raditz wins?
Honestly, maybe. But then there's also the chance the casual community would go Kratos kills gods and Beerus is a god and he's stronger than Raditz. That is non-zero chance.
Some people underestimate how much Kratos glazing does happen even in the casual community. So it's not just a versus debater thing.
Yeah, because like the thing with like people like make fun of versus debates for using the law. At least like I see a lot of versus debaters settling on like maybe like a universal is like fair, but then you'll see like people in the casual go like he can destroy like everything. He can like beat anything, and that's like
here's this boulder. It's unstoppable boulder. Sorry.
Yeah, that's why we have Chris Redfield versus Golem as an option. Pay attention.
Right.
Vote on the Not Death Battle poll, and be fucking patient for like the episode that wins. If you guys are patient and good, I will do Dr. Manhattan versus Richard Nixon. I'm not going to confirm whether or not it's Nixon versus Nixon or the real guy. That one's you're gonna have to wait on that.
Okay. Anyway, ooh, it's Wyoming. Ooh.
All right. Goodbye, everyone. Everyone say goodbye. Everyone say Auf Wiedersehen.
Wyoming.
Fuck off.